Now I'm going to show you how to use blending lines during your lesson. So I always like to have 4 lines. This would be great for end of the year kindergarten or beginning of the year first grade students. So each line, like I said in the lesson, each line has very similar words and you are focusing on a specific phonics skill. So this first line we're just going to do together as a quick warm-up. I would model the first 2 at, have my students repeat, at, sat, and then we would continue on with the rest. I also like to point out a similarity between each line, so I would always ask my students, do you see something similar in these words here? What is the same about all of these words? And if you're just starting out, then they might not understand how to figure out what's the same. But some of them might be able to see that they all have the A sound in them, and it all makes the short A sound. So if they don't know, then you'll just point out all of these words have the vowel sound A because they all have the short A. So then after you model the first 2, you would move on and have the students do it with you. So you kind of do it chorally, all together. Tap, mat, at, map. Great job. And then what you're going to do is you're going to call on a few students to reread 1 or 2 of these words. So maybe you'll call on one student, you point to the word, and they say the word sat. So just kind of randomly like that. You can do 1 word or 1 row of line, 1 row of blending line at a time. So each day do a different line. So for example, you might want to do Monday, you're practicing reviewing the short vowel A sound. Tuesday, maybe you're practicing the short vowel A sound with digraphs and blends. And then maybe Wednesday and Thursday, you are practicing the long vowel A sound. And then on Friday, I always like to kind of bring it all together and do all of the lines. So it does take a little bit more time. Now, I know that you notice that there is a sentence at the bottom. So the purpose of the sentence is to help build that fluency when they're actually reading. So when they're reading these lines, they're going from left to right, just like this. And when you're reading a sentence, you also go from left to right. So the purpose of blending lines is to get your students ready to read sentences fluently. So you can either do this sentence each day, or you can just do it on Friday, or you can, if you do it each day, maybe you want to change out the words. So you could say, you could maybe change out the word man to cat, whatever. So you would just go over and say, okay, we're going to read this sentence now. Ready? The man came to the train. Okay, now you're going to read it, and then you don't say it, but they read it. The man came to the train. Okay, now I'm going to have the student read it, and then you do it again like that. So that is just how you can use blending lines. It should only take about 2 to 5 minutes of your time. You don't have to do it every day. It's best if you do it at least 2 or 3 times a week. Have it up. It's a great, just quick activity to get through.